Okay, in this Cardano news update, I have a whole bunch of things to unpack. Everything from AnetaBTC, the Djed Stable coin, Genius Yield public sale update details, VyFinance, and a couple of things they're doing, CardanoPress, the plugin that we're building from our team, and also a new finance platform I'd like to mention. All this coming right up.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Peter Bury. If this is your first time here, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click the notification bell. It works wonders for the YouTube algorithm and helps others find this Cardano related YouTube channel. So really appreciate it if you guys do that. But let's get into all these news updates, and there are so many at the moment. This first one here is from AnetaBTC, the guys that are bringing over wrapped BTC over to the Cardano and Ergo blockchain. And they've been working quite hard. They've been doing a lot of things here, and let's go through a couple of little things here. Now, they're building out everything on the Ergo blockchain first. So they're bringing over the wrapped assets over there. It's mainly because they have all those resources available to them to be able to actually do it. So the Ergo Foundation are working with them to bring over the assets over onto that chain, and then they're moving over to Cardano after that. Now, I did an interview with Frosty from AnetaBTC. You can check that out in the top right-hand corner there, where you can find out more about the overall vision and the project and where they're going. But this is a couple of really interesting things. So I didn't realize they were building a mobile app for this. Well, you know, everyone's using the mobile phone, so I'm not surprised really. But they're porting over everything from Android over to iOS, and they're testing through most of their core functionality, which is fantastic. So they're making progress on that. Now, in my last update, I also mentioned Tossi Drop, which is a multi-chain token distribution system, and it looks like they're going through that process and almost ready to launch it. And anyone that's delegating to Neta 1 or Neta 2 at the moment will be able to claim their CNETA tokens from Tossi Drop pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to this one here so I can get my hands on some of these CNETA tokens. Now, we will just have to wait for the announcement for when that happens, but it's coming very soon. Now, they also have some news about their LISO calculator as well. Now, I did have a play around with their calculator here, but it doesn't quite work yet. I did tag the team in it, but it references a couple of other documents that aren't public. So you can punch in some of your details here when you started delegating, so you can find out a little bit of information about it, but you can't get a nice calculation of your bonuses on there at the moment. So we will have to wait for this particular LISO calculator to come out so we can find out exactly how much we're earning through it. So that's the update from AnetaBTC. Now, this next update here is with ErgoPad and AnetaBTC. So as I was saying, they're doing a lot of cross-chain partnerships and development, and they have gone ahead and purchased, or done a swap, I should say, of 916,000 Neta for 250,000 ErgoPad tokens. So this brings up the treasury up a little bit, and now they hold 250K of the ErgoPad tokens in their portfolio. So they're diversifying their portfolio, and they're bringing in more assets into that whole liquidity that they have around the AnetaBTC protocol, which is absolutely amazing. So if we go over now, and I did have a play around with the ErgoPad staking as well. So I thought I'd give it a go, considering I did interview the guys. Now, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is connect your wallet in the top right-hand corner there, and then go ahead and you can start that staking process. It didn't take very long. I will have to transfer some funds over to actually get that working, but it's a pretty straightforward process. So if you're interested in playing around with the ErgoPad staking mechanism and getting into the Ergo ecosystem as well, you can. The APY is quite high at the moment, so it's quite attractive right now as it stands. Now, there are some more documents around how ErgoPad staking works. It's all smart contract based, and if you're interested, you can check out the links down below to find out more about ErgoPad and how it all works. Now, of course, right after I did last week's news update where I mentioned about the Djed Stable coin, they launched their platform literally like an hour after I did the video. So you can see this explainer video here, and it does a fantastic job explaining of how the minting and burning of the stablecoin works, as well as the reserve coin, which keeps that value within the ecosystem. So check that out if you want to learn more about how the Djed stablecoin works. Now, this blog post also gives you all the instructions right here on how to actually play around with the testnet, so you can connect your testnet wallet and mint and burn some tokens directly through their platform. Now, when I was trying this out recently, I had a couple of issues in going through the process. I think when they launched and did their announcements, the entire platform on testnet crashed. So they will have to scale up their infrastructure before they move to mainnet to ensure that they can handle the demand. But that's what a testnet is for. So you can gather that information, get feedback, and you can understand exactly what type of resources you need to scale up this solution. So I'm interested in going through this one when I can. At the moment, I'm struggling a little bit in the minting and burning process. Each time I click that, it crashes my browser. So I'll go through that at a later date when it goes live, so I can show you guys exactly how the minting and burning process works. But if you're interested, you can just watch this video here that the team from Coty did, and it goes through the process quite well. Now, the Genius Yield team are going ahead with their public sale, and they have announced how that public sale will work. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's rewarding the early stakers within their ISPO. So when you're going through the ISPO, you would have received a particular ranking. So Diamond Hands, Ape, or Degen, Hodler, Shark, or FOMO. And based on when you were staking within their ecosystem, you would have received a particular tier. Now, I think we're supposed to get an NFT from this, so you could see that you're a part of the particular tier, or they may be whitelisting a particular wallet. So that isn't 100% clear on how the whitelisting is going to work, but what is clear is how the distribution of the tokens is going to work between each and every round. So round one is open to the Diamond Hands and Ape holders, so the ones that got in really early. And each round will have 1 million Gens tokens allocated to it. And then depending on how many people are whitelisted for that particular round, that's what it's divided by. So the less people that are allocated to a particular round, the cheaper the Gens tokens are. So you can see here in round one that it's at 85 cents per Gens token, and that's in Epoch 347 when that's going to start on the end of June. So that's just after the hard fork, actually. Now, as we progress through the subsequent rounds, round 2 and 3, there are more people that are in the ecosystem at that point in time, so the price goes up, and you can see it accordingly from the data here. So $1.15 for round 2 and $1.40 for round 3. Now, if all of these tokens aren't sold out, there is a remainder round 4. I suspect that they will probably sell out, but that final price of $1.50 USD is announced for the 14th of July if the tokens aren't completely sold out. Now, I do like the distribution per round. It does give those particular delegates that got in early the opportunity to buy what they would like, and because it's over a 5-day period, it gives them a little bit of time to actually get funds, resources, and whatever else that is needed to actually go ahead and buy these tokens. So I like this slower process of a token sale as opposed to the token sale on at this time, everyone buy. It's usually miss out. Like the bots get in first and everyone else misses out. So this is a great way of doing it, whitelisting it, rewarding the early adopters. So in terms of qualifying for it, the ISPO has ended for Genius Yield as of right now, and they'll be determining the minimum allocation and the fraction for maximum allocation as well. So all that's happening at the moment, and we'll find out a little bit more information about that very soon. Now, because this is a token sale, there are a lot of countries that can't participate in this. So if you're used to missing out on these token sales, sorry, unfortunately, it still is the case. So please mark that in your calendars. If you're able to participate in this, if you're wanting to participate into it, please, of course, do your research on this one, read up, follow the team on all their socials, and find out as much as possible on what the team are actually building and what they're promising as well. The key date here is the 29th of June is when the particular token sale is going to happen all around that Vassal hard fork. So make sure you keep that in your calendar. Now, going on from Genius Yield, they have also formed a partnership with my other favorite project, VyFinance. This, I believe, is a liquidity partnership, and I'm pretty excited that this has happened as well. So two of my favorite projects working together on various different things in the Cardano ecosystem. It can't get any better than that. Now, VyFi as well have finished their first voting, their first governance phase of their platform, which is pretty exciting. We're going to see more and more of this, where projects have that governance built into their platforms and are able to allow their communities to vote. So this is the first one. I did do a video on it. You can watch it in the top right hand corner there. Now, it looks like the community has voted to increase the time frame according to these votes here. So that means that the amount of tokens that are being released into the ecosystem has been reduced, or will be reduced. So the next part here is for the team to actually go forth and work out what best value to change that to work within their tokenomics and everything around their ecosystem. Now, in terms of other votes that they have within their platform, they also have their white NFT, which is coming out very soon. So you can vote on this one here, this particular proposal, which is open. Now, I love the NFT staking, and it's been fantastic. And well, okay, it looks like we're going to get 10,000 white NFTs. That really opens it up to more people in the Cardano ecosystem that are interested in getting these NFTs. Hopefully they'll put some limits on how many people can mint, so that large whales don't take up all the NFTs and more people can purchase them to participate within the ecosystem. So once you have the NFTs, you can actually use their vault and stake the NFT on there. And through staking the NFTs, you can unlock so many other tokens on here, and everything from Corey, which is a part of the VyFinance ecosystem, to other particular ones here, so more VyFi, etc., etc. So there's so many different NFT staking mechanisms that they have, and different ways to distribute tokens. And a pretty cool ecosystem in general. Now, talking about governance, we've been playing around with our own governance plugin for CardanoPress. So if you haven't heard of CardanoPress, it is an integration between Cardano and WordPress. WordPress being one of the most popular open source content management systems on the planet, with over 50% of the market share for content management systems. So it's by far the most popular one out there. Now, we've done that integration with Cardano so that you can connect Nami wallets, Eternl wallets, Flint wallets. Actually, let me just click on this. So there's a lot of wallets that we integrated. So Nami, Eternl, Yoroi, Flint, Typhon, and Jero. So all of those wallets you can actually connect onto a WordPress site, read the data, and do some cool things around it. And one of the cool things that we've done is our own governance plugin. So if you're a project in the Cardano ecosystem that has a governance token, you can use this platform to do something very similar to what VyFi have done with their governance platform, and put in various proposals and allow people to vote on it. Now, Stephen, I did borrow some aspects of this. It's pretty cool what you guys have done. So I kind of rebuilt this into WordPress, and you can now view proposals within a WordPress website. This links off to a GitHub repository. It's an open link. So if you have a forum or something, that's where you can go, or Discord channel, you can link it off Discord channel. But you can go through and read all these various proposals, connect your wallet to it, and then vote within that particular ecosystem. So all of these proposals can be configured for different tokens as well. So you can use ADA as your voting power. You can use Corey from VyFinance as your voting power. You can use the Learn token as your voting power for each, and each proposal can be different. So it's a very flexible way that we've done this, and it works pretty smoothly at the moment. I'm pretty happy with what the team have come up with. So if you're interested in using this, you can find out more information from our GitHub repositories. I'll put links to it down below. So if you're a project and you want a really quick and easy way to build out a governance and voting mechanism for your project, a DAO, whatever it might be, go ahead, download that plugin along with the core WordPress, the CardanoPress plugin, and you'll be able to do that straight away. One of the other things that we're working on is a core Bootstrap theme. So this Bootstrap theme will get you up and running with a base layer that we know that works every single time. There are a couple of themes that conflict with how the wallets integrate in. So not all themes work, but this one here does work because it's the one that we use. And last but not least, we also have a CardanoPress ISPO plugin. It's a dashboard plugin that will track all the users' wallets for an ISPO. So if you're a project running an ISPO and you want to show your delegates how much they're earning, you can use our CardanoPress ISPO dashboard, where it will calculate all those rewards, store it in the database, and then also have a faucet system so that you can claim all the tokens afterwards as well. So it's a all-encompassing ISPO platform. All you need to do is bring your own Cardano stake pool or engage with community stake pools and let this particular plugin tap into all that data to calculate all the rewards for your delegates. If you want to learn more, please reach out, and we're more than happy to take you through the process. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a really cool feature that the Eternl team have released. So if you're not using Eternl at the moment, it's a pretty cool wallet. It's one of the more complex ones with everything under the one wallet. So if you're a more advanced user and you want more granular control, Eternl is a brilliant wallet for it. And what the team have brought out is the mobile browsing for various dApps within the ecosystem. So if you're on a mobile device, that's an iPad or an iPhone or Android, whatever it is, you can now use the Eternl wallet to connect to various things such as JPEG Store. So if you're a mobile trader or you're on the go all the time and you're selling a lot of NFTs, you can control that whole process here through your mobile device now, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, in my last video, I did talk about a whole bunch of different projects that are migrating over to the Cardano ecosystem. One of them was C3, Charlie 3, and Jero Wallet. They've migrated their tokens over via the Nomad Bridge via Milcometer. Now, this is another project that is moving over as well. So Iagon, they've been building on Ethereum for quite a while, but they've made the jump over last year. They've made that decision to move over to Cardano because it just made more sense. It's a lot more capital efficient to actually move and operate on the Cardano ecosystem compared to Ethereum. So they're making the move and they're doing all the bits and pieces that they need to do. Now they're moving, I believe it was 50% of their tokens over to the Cardano ecosystem. I'm just trying to find the highlight here. Yeah, 50% of their total supply. So they're doing that right now, and it's pretty cool to see more and more projects make that move over. Now, I do have an interview with the team from Iagon as well. So if you want to find out more, please click that subscribe button down there and click the notification bell, and you hear exactly when that interview comes out. It's coming out pretty soon. Now, Revuto is a pretty cool platform. I wish I had this available to me at the moment so I can actually block some of these subscriptions that I have. Now I just have to go through manually and find them all so I can get rid of them. I have way too many subscriptions, but a couple of really key updates that the guys have done. So they've done an API integration with their card issuer, so Rails banks. So that means that they can integrate directly with their platform to issue those particular virtual credit cards. So I'm pretty excited that they've finished and working through that particular process. And they've also integrated in with WorldPay as well, which is a fiat on-ramp system. And of course, ADAHandle for their NFT selection. So that's a pretty cool extra addition. So you don't deal with those long strings and only have to deal with the actual ADAHandle itself. So the vanity URLs. Now, some other really cool and interesting updates they have down here. One is with CardahHub. So CardahHub is one of those marketplaces that you don't hear much about, but they're doing some really cool things. Everything from being able to buy and sell NFTs with different tokens, not just ADA, but they're going through and building a custom NFT marketplace for Revuto. Really cool. I like to see these type of partnerships. If someone else is doing some awesome and amazing development in the ecosystem, why not leverage their brand and leverage their skills and build out something really cool together? Like, why compete against each other when you can build together? That's absolutely amazing. Now, this last one here, they're introducing their profiler. This is a team that they invested in themselves, and they'll be talking more about the project and launching and announcing more details about it. So I actually have an interview with Profiler as well. I'd like to learn more about what they're trying to do within their platform. And of course, I got a little mention down here as well. So if you want to see that interview, links in the top right-hand corner for you. Now, this here is a pretty interesting partnership. So I'm learning a little bit more about Optim. I did have a conversation with Ethan to find out a little bit more and get a basis for a really good interview coming up. So we're working through that, but they've partnered up with Ardana, the stablecoin platform, stablecoin DeFi platform, which I absolutely love. I can't wait for this to launch later this year. Now, Optim rely on Ardana's services to provide that capital efficient, optimized revenue streams for their users because they're building a yield aggregator. So this is a lot of automation through their platform and using other DEXs and other platforms so that when you put your liquidity to their platform, they're going out and doing all the different things for you so that they can optimize your returns automatically. So to do this, they need that capital efficiency. So if they're going out and doing automated trades and burning through various fees along the way, they have to make sure that it is as cheap as possible and as fast as possible. And to do that, they're using Ardana as their base. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now, another really cool partnership that is happening with is IAMX and ADAHandle. So IAMX have been working hard and a lot of metaverses and a lot of projects are picking it up. Now, if you're in a metaverse and you're trying to transfer an asset to another person and you get that long string address, that's pretty hard to do. But if everyone's in a metaverse and interacting with each other and they simply have an ADAHandle to help identify each other's wallets, it's so much easier. So you can just look up Pete and send assets there. It's so much easier. I love what ADAHandle have done. And this type of partnership with IAMX, where it has that deep integration with multiple different projects, is really, really cool. Now, last but not least, I'd like to talk about Typhon Wallet. I haven't gone through and done a deep dive into this one yet. I have played around with the wallet to see what they could actually do. And it is a pretty slick wallet. Now, this team are also the team behind Cardano Scan. So if you watch any of my videos, especially around the Sunday swap ISO, I would have pulled up Cardano Scan multiple times. It's my go-to Cardano Explorer to find out what's happening on chain and look up data in general. So Cardano Scan, absolutely fantastic. Now these guys, they have that Cardano Explorer, they have their multiple stake pools and also Typhon Wallet. So they're a very deeply integrated team within the Cardano ecosystem, and they've launched up their own finance platform. So this is the one that I was hinting at the beginning. This is Flac Finance, and at the moment they're going through a seed sale at the moment. So this ends on the 14th of May, so pretty soon, a couple of days from now. But it's an interesting one in that they're not going for the VC funding, they're going for the community-based funding. So if you're interested in getting in, I guess, at the very beginning where VCs would at the lowest price possible, you can go through their platform and go and participate in that seed sale. Now, if you're interested in their seed sale, it is 5,000 ADA at a minimum to be able to get into this ecosystem. That's out of my price range, and for a lot of people, it would be as well. So if you don't have the funds to potentially lose on a seed sale like this, then I highly suggest that you don't do it. But please read up on the project, read their white paper. The link is there. You can read up all about it, get to know the team as well, join Discord, join Telegram so you can communicate and learn more about the project. But the fact that they have their Typhon wallet, they have been in the Cardano ecosystem for a long time. They built the Cardano Explorer, Cardano Scan, which is absolutely fantastic. And they have a fully doxed team that is building out some really amazing things. It gives you that level of confidence within the project as well. And you can find out a little bit more about the team on the website here as well. If you can't get into the seed sale at that price of 5,000 ADA, they do have an ISPO, which is coming up very soon. So it starts on the 15th of May, and they'll be releasing the details about their pool. Probably if we just search for Flac on Cardano Scan, we'll be able to see it. But you can see the amount of tokens that are being distributed from this as well. But you can find out more details down here about their token distribution, so you can work out exactly how that ISPO will affect things. So the ISPO is actually 30% of their tokens, which is quite a lot. So the seed sale, which is happening now, the ISPO, and then the public sale right at the end. So if you can't get in the seed sale, then you have the ISPO, and then you have that public sale right at the very end of that. Now, I did say that Flac was going to be the last thing, but I swear this is the last thing. This is Wingriders. They're going through their whitelisting process at the moment, where you can whitelist yourself so you can participate and get these Wingrider tokens within their ecosystem. So you can have those governance tokens and vote and participate in their DAO as well. So this is their whitelisting process. I'll put links down below so you can find out more about it. It's a pretty easy process. You just have to go through an online quiz and click and retweet of various things. So if you're wanting to be a part of that ecosystem, go ahead, links down below for you. So that is it for me for this Cardano news update. There was a lot in there, but all the links should be down there below for you. So if you want to find out more about any of these projects or anything I announce, or if you want to do some more deep diving research into any of these projects, please do. That's the very first thing you should do for anything that is announced on this news update. Now, if you want to learn more, or if you have a project that you want to learn more about or highlight, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear about it and to find out what you guys are up to in the Cardano ecosystem. Now, if you got some really cool value out of this piece of content, please give me that thumbs up, click subscribe, click the notification bell, and you hear more from me real soon. I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.